feeling like I'm feeling, if this virus doesn't kill you, the stress of being cooped up in your house just might.
One important thing to think about is throughout your day, when this wasn't happening, right, you usually had some sort of time to yourself, be it when you're walking or driving to work, be it when you're eating your lunch, having your coffee, whatever that time might be. And even though it can be harder to find that time now, a kind of first step is trying to think about how to find that time to help yourself decompress, to have a moment with your own thoughts, to think about your day, to think about how you might want to respond to a particular situation. And so when that time happens, may have to change potentially, right? It may need to move from when you used to be driving to work to potentially when you're in the shower or when you're cooking. But I think the first step in sort of managing being on top of each other is creating a protected space for yourself each and every day as much as possible, where you can sort of check in with yourself, check in with your thoughts, and regulate any kind of emotions that may need to be regulated. I think that's an important first step.
I am lucky enough to have a lot of support in my household. Leisha has aunties and grandma, and they do a lot of work to keep her occupied and cared for. What about the mummies and daddies out there who are doing it alone? And what if they don't have space in their homes to escape to? What to do?
So that's something that comes up quite a bit. So either as you're sort of mentioning, there are just too many people on top of each other to even find that space to have for yourself, or you might not have that additional support for your child to kind of be watched after for a little bit while you're engaging in this kind of time for yourself. One strategy for the former part is sort of changing the space into an activity. So what you can think about, instead of, okay, the time when I have to myself is when I'm in the car or when I'm walking or whatever it might be, that might shift to the time that I have for myself is when I'm cooking dinner, or the time that I have to myself is when I'm folding laundry or something of that nature. So you change from sort of the space to the activity, and you create this activity for yourself that, is calm, is somewhat meditative, is sort of straightforward and easy, where you can sort of do those same kind of mental exercises or whatever it might be that you would have been doing when you had that space before. And another thing that you can do with respect to kind of working through the childcare aspect is think about what is an activity that your child can be doing at the same time when you are engaging in that time for yourself.
Nope, it's just a gray rock. It's just a gray rock.